Hello, everybody. Welcome. I am later than I expected, which, very rarely happens. It doesn't always happen for sure. But sometimes when I get distracted and excited by my Empath Oracle Soul Circle group, I'll go and do extra time over there. So, anyway, here I am today. We're going to do some. Oh my goodness, I'm just starting to read notes on me leaving comments here, and maybe shouldn't have done that at the same time. I'm here to do business oracle readings tonight. So I will do some business collective energy reading for the week for us to tune into, but I welcome any questions, any thoughts. And if it has to do with you rather than your business, it's okay to ask because, we are our business. We are the ones who work on our business. Maybe we're not our business, but we are working on our businesses together. And, we need to be in our right energy to even do that kind of work. So, all right, let's see what we got going on here. Okay. Move on to Psychicks. And I'll switch on to Psychicks and let them know. So everyone knows here, I am over at the Psychicks Facebook group and also on the Psychicks Collective, which you'll see in the description here. And this is a really cool psychic spiritual community. And people will give, readings for people. There are, a lot of different specialties, and so people will come in and ask a question and get lots of different tips and ideas. It's just a really friendly, lovely community and group of people. And so I'm just going to let them know that I'm over here. And do feel free to ask any questions if you hop on and you have any business questions. So let's see. All right. I might just actually, I doubt it's possible to go live from both on my computer, but I'll start tuning into the collective energy for business this week. And you all just let me know where you're joining in from and let me know if you have any questions. So this week, I'm feeling like a steady pursuit of what is important to you. So really staying focused on values. I also feel like something is going to be coming up that you're going to feel. This is funny. It's like something's going to be coming up that you're going to feel, but you're not going to get to know it. You're not going to get to know the information, but you're going to get to have the feeling like something's coming close, like something is getting ready, opening up or something like that. So we have iceberg submerged. That makes a lot of sense. With this feeling of like, it almost feels like something is going to be just under the surface. So if you don't break through everything this week, don't worry. It doesn't feel like everything's meant to just break through all the surface and all that all this week. Feels actually more like a time where you're going to feel maybe like you're just floating on the surface, like you're the one submerged or underwater. And then we have summer solstice, radiance. I also feel like maybe there's an idea coming in this week for some people who are watching either live or in the replay. Let me know if you're watching the replay, by the way. I'm curious how many people end up coming to watch the replays. Some people will end up saying they did, and some people don't know that they're going on yet because YouTube hides it, I think, in a different section in the lives. So summer solstice and radiance, it feels like this idea also that's coming in, this thing that might be submerged. For some, it could be something that actually comes to fruition in the summer. So not to rush anything. Take your time and breathe this week. Forest, breath. I got that for myself earlier today and I needed it. I really needed a breath and a forest. I think I really need a forest right now. That'd be beautiful. Love to know how anyone else is doing with their week. I am going to hop over on Psychicks here because sometimes it just helps with getting people over. So let's see. Aw, people are leaving really nice messages. I wrote this post today that I wasn't really sure where it came from, really, but it was like feeling like people sometimes get scared by me. People will say I'm, intimidating, sure, but that's like a different thing. This was more like people actually think it's scary that I have psychic connection, that I'm able to, know things maybe without knowing knowing them beforehand and that type of thing. And yeah, it's funny. Everyone's had really, really nice responses on how that's not actually that scary of a thing, or how they're not scared by me, which is good. Okay, I'm gonna pull a little bit more here for us. Let's see, side chicks. Okay, cleanse. We have a cleanse this week. So cleanse energy might be really, really helpful. Oh, I have a filter on here on the side chicks one. Oh, well. Oh, well. So cleanse, we are halfway through the business collective energy reading for this week. Cleanse energy is going to be really key. This might be time for a digital detox, a digital cleanse. That's something I really want to do this weekend. Is it weird that I'm trying to book time off so that I can do a digital or a tech declutter and a cleanse for my technology? I don't think it's weird. I think it's an important thing to do for your technology, to cleanse it, to get rid of old files, to make sure that you are organized. And then consciousness. So perhaps we are cleansing our digital spaces in order to make room for consciousness and new ideas coming in. That's difficult to see. I've got this ring light a little too intensely over there for you side chicks folks. Let me know if you have any questions at all for your business, for yourself. Right now, these are focused on business readings. So I'm going to do one more card here for our general energy. I will take this. Everyone who's jumping on here on side chicks, this is for us. Abundance. So this is part of our energy. Cleanse consciousness leading to abundance. So this could also be about cleansing your consciousness and cleansing the beliefs that you are dealing with that are holding you back from abundance. This is something I've been really excitedly working on with people behind the scenes, is unlocking what is actually standing in the way. A lot of the time, people have a lot of reasons and a lot of excuses for what they think is standing in the way of them and true abundance, their wealth, their financial freedom. A lot of people talk about this idea of financial freedom, but then are, so avoidant of efforts that it's going to be really difficult for that to be achieved. And so cleansing your consciousness, cleansing all these different stories of what you have and what you think money is, or what it's, what abundance is even, right? Abundance is also just so much opportunity that you're not lacking for anything. If you had tons and tons of opportunities that were paying, but then you were paying things at the same time, you might have the exact amount of money that you currently have in your account. If you have the exact amount of money, but you would be perceiving it differently because you see yourself as having all of these opportunities coming in, then you're going to be in a different state. You're going to actually make more. You're probably more likely to get to your own place of financial freedom, or whatever that next level of abundance feels like for you, or wealth acquisition feels like to you. I would love to pull one more card here too. Well, one more at a time anyway. Would love to answer any questions either on the YouTube, if anyone has any business oracle questions for me, or on the side chicks. So welcome side chicks folks. I'm over on YouTube, so you can see all of my helpful links in the event on the side chicks Facebook group. And if you go and follow my YouTube, then you'll see it there. And I really like this. We have friendship and gratitude. So this feels like maybe there's going to be clearing the way also by reaching out and extending to others. I do feel this is really nice. It says, hey, Jamie, I tried to join on the YouTube. You couldn't find where to comment. That's so sad. I have a chat. Oh, well. Oh, well, if you're watching on the YouTube and you want to make a comment here, it's also no issue. Feel free to ask your question here. It's nice to have you here. And Stacy too, welcome. Awesome. And I have folks here, but we're just quiet over on the YouTube. So quiet on the YouTube front, and happy to answer any questions. Business oracle time. I'll stay on for the next, 15 minutes or so and just keep chatting to you about what energy I feel for this week. So we have Tulip, friendship and gratitude. Let us be grateful for the people who make us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. And Tulip for me is really connected to my roots. So I would also say this is a really good week for looking at your family patterning as well. It's really important just to double check in on those every now and then. I will sometimes think I've cleared all of my, limiting beliefs. Such a silly thought to have. But sometimes I'll just think, oh, no, I don't think any of that stuff is getting to me. I don't think that's bothering me at all. And then I'll go and look at where in my family might this pattern exist. Oh, I could be picking it up from that. So tulip is really, really beautiful. It reminds me of my mom's side. It could be that it's connected to something with your maternal side as well. If anyone is watching, that your mother might have a lot to do with how you see money. I know for me, it really did actually, like it really had a lot to do with how I see money. Is I was seeing it the way that I was taught. And endlessly frustrated my mother was trying to give me advice because she isn't an entrepreneur. And so she's not a spiritual entrepreneur at that as well, right? So she would try to give me advice and it would feel like, oh, we're not talking the same language. And that really brought up a lot of not feeling understood. And so I stopped wanting to talk about business with my family because I felt not understood. And then it felt like I needed to hide. And you can see how that would go over time, right? That I started hiding myself. I'm clearly not hiding myself anymore. Here I am. But the friendship and gratitude piece, really to be thankful also of the ways that we've been shown our abilities and potential for change. I really feel like this is a good week for getting things in order so you can get clean. I also am running a cleanse, a food cleanse, body cleanse, coming up soon with my other business, Nourish Nomad. And so on that business, we'll be doing that together because it is so important for me to keep clearing my body of intrusions that they do end up interrupting your intuitive flow at some point in some ways. New big things happening. I have a question. Just so you all know, the only reason I wasn't starting on YouTube is because this cell phone is not fully charged and I can't fully charge it while my laptop's plugged in. So if you want to actually ask me this over on YouTube, if I miss it, then please feel free to jump over. Or comment on, I don't know, send me a message on Facebook. You can send me a message on Facebook if I stop existing here for Side Chicks. Okay. Hey, Faye, welcome. I have a question. There's a big collaborative opportunity that has just come up, and while I am excited about it, I am also cautious. Do I jump on it? I'm feeling like a yes so far. Let me double check the pendulum. But I feel like a yes so far. I'm curious what the concern is. Is there a concern or is there like a risk to doing it? What's the risk if you don't do it? What's the risk if you do? All right. That's my no. That's my yes. Okay, it's like a strong maybe. So it is definitely something that you have the option towards. I don't think it's going to be what it promises, and I don't think it's also going to hurt you. So it's like if you have space, or if you can, enjoy it for what it's going to teach you, or if you could be a part of that, like there's no risk if you don't do it, right? So yeah, I would say just do it because I feel like you might as well right now keep stepping towards as if you're going to do it. That's what it feels like. Just keep going. And then if you have like a no, you'll know. It'll be just like very clear for you. It feels like with this one. Sometimes we don't get as clear of a no in our soul, in our body, in our kind of mindset. Yeah, no risk if you don't do it. That's good. Feeling you're getting not a strong yes. Yeah, it's like a baby yes though. So when I get baby yeses, I kind of feel like they're meant to say, okay, you're meant to do this and think about doing this for now, and then you'll see what it's meant to show you. So it's kind of like, sometimes you're not meant to date someone long term, but then you're meant to date with them a little bit longer just to learn whatever else you're meant to learn. It's kind of like that type of thing. Your shows are slow right now. Will you be stuck putting a temporary badge on until April? Well, first off, you're never stuck. I feel like you're going to get this in about 3 days or so. You're going to get like the clarity on this, which is interesting. I feel like maybe I don't quite understand the question, so I'm hesitant to like answer it. I'm feeling like Faye, temporary badge. I do feel like yes for the temporary badge until April, but it's for your benefit. I also feel that's what I don't know. I'm not sure what that means. Do feel free to let me know what that means, and do jump over to YouTube because I might start losing this soon. And poor YouTube is now, you know what? I'll have to do this because poor YouTube's looking at me, looking at the side. I don't even know what my good side is. I don't know if I'm helping you out, YouTube. All right. Stacy, I'd like to know that your sister passed away from 3 years ago. Is she around your mom? It's an interesting one. I'm normally careful not to talk about other people's business. Yes, Wave Killer, you can ask. Absolutely. You're here, so please ask a question. Yeah, absolutely. There's no mandatory, like, you have to make a donation to get a reading from me. In the future, I might do that, but it'll only be as this channel grows and as we continue doing things. I'm going to start going back onto Instagram, though. So unfortunately, soon I won't be able to do Psychicks plus the YouTube. That's why Psychicks are supposed to join over on the YouTube. Ooh, I can't wait to answer about that. Okay. Stacy. Yeah, so I try to be careful not to talk about other people's business, even if it's like spirit business, you know. And it's interesting. This is supposed to be a business oracle reading, but we're not really talking about career and business. So if anyone was here for that, I was talking about that in the beginning of the YouTube. So you can go and look at the collective reading. And if anyone else has career or business questions, I am actually able to give business advice and able to help with that. So anyways, we can do that another time as well. It's no problem for me to do some other oracle stuff today. She is around your mom, Stacy. She is around your mom. It doesn't feel malicious, but it does feel like she is around and supporting your mother's self awakening. It feels like she's supporting your mother's awakening into herself. Like your mother is letting go of some responsibilities of mother by sort of the influence of thinking about that more often. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's an interesting question. But I wouldn't really be able to speak too much more to it just because it is like two other people going on with their stuff, right? Like people will be like, oh, is this person cheating? I'm like, man, that's like the business of two other people as well as it's yours, but it's also kind of not yours. It's sort of a weird situation. That one's not the same as cheating, Stacy. But okay. Okay, hoping your online shows pick up. I don't want to work for someone else in the meantime. Yeah. Yeah. Well, all I can say, Faye, is try to be open to what feels exciting, what feels good, and just keep saying yes to those things, because focusing more on all the things that you're trying not to have happen really ends up just kind of wasting your time compared to loving your time on the things that you actually really enjoy. So that is the like best higher advice that I could give to you at this moment, is to continue putting your energy only towards the things that give you the picking up energy and that feeling of like it's happening. Oh, I'm glad your mom feels her. That's sweet. I guess I should have assumed that that was probably why you asked the question, Stacy. I didn't even know why you were asking the question, but that makes sense that you were just looking to confirm, hey, my mom's feeling. Is that true? Yes, it is. And you probably could have answered that yourself. I think if you feel someone's around, they're around. That's just like, I just feel that. Okay, Wave Killer JH. How does Will the Cancer feel towards you? Can you let me know the nature of your connection or conversation? Like, is it romantic, professional, friend? I hate the word casual. Don't say casual. Your mom is with you right now. Okay, beautiful. Hello, Stacy's mom. I'm glad. Yeah. Knowing that she's there right now, actually, I really don't mind saying a little bit more to it. And that's probably why I did answer the question, actually, because usually I have a pretty hard line that if someone's asking about two other people, I try not to like answer about it. Your friends who recently met. Okay. Will. Okay. I feel like Will sees you in a good way. I actually feel like Will is thinking there might be some value to your friendship, some way that you can help each other. I kind of feel like some way that something I just feel like Will wants something from you, wants to get something out of your connection, which isn't a bad thing, right? Like if you have a friend who's an epic photographer and you want to get photos from your time together because they asked to take photos of you, that's like a fairly good deal if both want to work on both what they're working on. But I get the feeling like he may he just may not see friendship in the same way that you see friendship. That's what I see. I see that he just might not see friendship in the same way, and he's a bit more transactional, and that's okay if you accept that. And that's just something I feel with that. Let me know if that resonates, if you have further questions about it, because I'll pull a card on it too, just to see if it confirms anything, or just to give you a separate message. Your friends who recently met, are you asking if it's romantic? I don't see that that's the way he's thinking about it. I see, yeah, so isolation is the card that just came out. So, I mean, that kind of confirms what I'm saying there. I see him just actually as not even wanting that right now, like at all, or later on. Like, I just don't see him as, and it's not about you. It has nothing to do with you. I just see him as being like, he's like an ideas person. He wants to just like continue doing things, but doesn't necessarily want to like devote himself to a person. I just see him a little bit more like, not necessarily a problem. He's not like a narcissist, but he's just a little bit more like focused on himself as a human. And so he's just not really looking for loving another in this pure sense, the way that you would see things. And it's very clear. I mean, it's good that you just said you're wanting to be more than friends, because I think that helps me read it better. Yeah, I can pull a card here as well for you in the connection. I love this Whispers of Love card because it kind of always guides us towards a more loving way, no matter what the connection currently looks like. Express love through gifts. A small token of love can convey great appreciation. So maybe there is, like, I don't want to say there's absolutely no chance, because that's never the case. There's always some percentage and probability or sort of chance available. But trust your instincts. If you have a feeling of uncertainty with him, then trust that. I don't get the sense that he's going to be able to give you any certainty is the thing. I just don't get that sense. So just to be aware of that. And then you might be able to enjoy what it is, however. Lotus Siren. Welcome, Lotus Siren. Let me know if you're still here, just so I know if you're still here as I'm talking, rather than thinking that someone's here and then getting triggered or annoyed or something. Just let me know that you're still here, Lotus Siren, but I will start answering either way. No problem, Wave Killer. Does that help? Does that help at all? Does it bring up more questions? Are there any messages about a new relationship for you in 2023? Everybody wants to know. Maybe I should do a love reading. Should do that soon. Because love reading, I like showing up for and being in that energy. But I bring different cards, and yeah, it does, but it's for you to think about. Yeah, that's totally fair. And you know what? Don't overthink it either. Just keep enjoying yourself. That's the whole point of like having any romantic person in our life. We're meant to like enjoy and walk alongside with people. And yeah, I'm getting lots of like goosebumps and stuff, lots of chills and goosebumps. So it feels like it's really a good time for you just to like so appreciate what connection gives you no matter what. So I'm never someone who thinks that like, if it's not meant to be, you're like, oh my gosh, the best, or some big long-term thing that you're just supposed to run from all connections. I think a lot of times connections are here to teach us things. This one is no different. I think Will's going to be in your life for a little while. So it's not like you're getting like left or something like that. Lotus Siren. Let me know if you're still here. Lotus Siren, Maeve, cycles and rhythms. It says, honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. And then Bast, independent, and Rhiannon, sorceress. So it's interesting. I actually don't feel that, it's funny. I feel like you're going to enter into some new connections, but that you're going to be really, really clear on what it is. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. I feel like you're going to be really, really clear on what it is that you are all about, and what you're looking for, and what you're ready to receive, and what imaginings of feelings, you picture having when you are with this next writer or partner. Writer, that's funny. Maybe they're a writer. Maybe they're like a writer, like an actual writer. That's interesting. Okay, what else I feel for you, Lotus Siren, is I feel like if anything, it would be like the last end of the year, like November, December, that a like long lasting relationship comes in. So I think you're going to have lots of like interest and learning and growth. And I think you're going to get closer to people, and then you're going to walk away. Like a lot of it's going to be your own empowered decision making, which might feel really annoying because you're like, I'm ready. Like, how am I not ready? But it's amazing. Sometimes we have so much more to like clear space for and get really ready for that we don't even see because of who we're ending up with. Not because of who we are, but because of who we're ending up with. Like our divine partners could be like doing their own cool work right now that we don't even know about. And so then we have other things that we need to learn about ourselves so that we don't have all that coming up when we meet them, or, you know, maybe we do have less of it coming up, or, you know, whatever. Let me pull a Whispers of Love for you as well. This is just about approach for your romantic life within 2023. Listen with your heart. You are listening, but you need to hear with a loving heart. So that's something, right? Like we wouldn't really know that we have so much more capacity to deeply listen to others unless we practice that with enough people. Yeah, Pisces 22. Pisces 22, so sweet. Feel free to ask your question. We are here, I will remind people, we are here doing business oracle readings, which is no way is feeling like business oracle readings now. But if you go and watch this replay, I did do a business collective energy reading at the beginning. So if anyone here has a business, I did do that. Yeah, please ask your question. If anyone would like to give a donation in thanks for the time, for messages that you received. Thank you, Stacy, for saying I'm great to work with. You're so sweet. You're welcome, Lotus Siren. I'm not even done here for you, actually. Lotus Siren, I have more to say, and then I'll hop off. I'll do Pisces 22's question as well. Yeah, and so I feel, Lotus Siren, that you will actually have like a new relationship and a new long term, but it's either end of next year or like sometime in 2024. Either way, this is going to be like a really spiritual connection. It feels like it's going to be someone who's like so deeply connected to you. And that's why I think this year you're going to have a lot more positive relationship beginnings or potentials, because you're going to be looking out for more people who can connect you on a spiritual level. That's really important. Like, and your values are going to be really important. Living by your values is going to be also really important. I have like a lot of fear coming up, a lot of like hiccupy energy. Yeah, living by your values. That's like a really important piece to get into line before you decide to cross, you know, paths with another and then walk side by side. You want your values to really be something that you live by. And so that might be some work that you do. For anyone who likes readings with me and working with me, listening to things that I have to share, I'd highly recommend you either join the Soul Circle membership, so you can come to any Oracle nights for, you know, included in your membership. Plus, we have Align Your Life, and we also have pendulum workshops and lots of pendulum resources and intuition development resources. Or think about joining the Empath Energetics program, which I'll bring back like end of March, early April, probably early April at this point. So early April, Empath Energetics, or you could do Oracle or Shamanic work with me until then, or some hypnotherapy work as well. I do lots of things because I really am fascinated by how people keep themselves away from their natural way, which is to be intuitively connected, to feel good in your life, to feel connected, to feel whole as a spirit, not to feel like you're all fragmented, which a lot of people feel like. It's like you don't even feel like yourself as time goes on. I'm really passionate about helping people recover themselves through hypnotherapy, through shamanic work, through energy healing and intuition development, self-healing techniques, relaxing the nervous system, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you can go look up all that stuff. I just love meeting with people. I've been doing more and more of these like little 15-minute meetups and really enjoying who I'm meeting in them, and really feeling excited to work with all these people as well. So, okay. Lotus Siren, you also have faith. And I had seen have faith in the deck before, and then I just shuffled and got it again. So have faith as well, that everything is working out right. I really think you're going to meet people who are so like, one of the people you go on a date with, and then it's like, oh, I'm not going to continue with them because they want this, but I want this. They might introduce you to that person like a year from now. Like, just keep yourself really open to like enjoying connection and having circles that are like crisscrossing and like setting people up. Hey, I met this person and I know this friend, maybe they'd get along well, right? Like, just really feeling loving in general, I think is going to be your way forward to that next person who really stays. Pisces 22, wondering Brian's current feelings. When was the last time you spoke to Brian? And is it romantic? Just I like knowing, just so I'm not speaking incorrectly. I always get more nervous being on live and just speaking to people's relationships, right? So I like kind of checking in. It's interesting. I see him kind of like, I saw him with shades on, like he's like not even looking. Like he's not even looking, almost like he's just, it's a crush. Yeah. So I see him kind of like just not paying attention, and feeling like he's just like in his own lane. I just see him like sunglasses on, not even looking at other cars. It's just like a really like weirdly ego-y energy. I would not be surprised if Brian like goes to the gym or does like some sort of like regimented like thing, like maybe, or if they were like really, really devout or something with their church or something. I think he does something that's like really regimented. He just kind of like, oh, this is just what I do, my routine. I just do this and then I do this and that's my life. And kind of like that energy. It doesn't actually feel like he has a lot of depth to offer you, Pisces 22. So I'm curious why you have the crush on him, actually. His energy, it's funny, I have confidence here, and that makes sense. And the shades, I didn't even notice that. It feels like he has really confident energy, and that's like a good thing. It's definitely good, you know, when I talk about people being teachers, I feel like he's a really good one to learn from if you can continue, you know, connecting here and there. But I don't know, it just feels like he's kind of lackluster, like that there isn't really the depth that you would want in a partner. It would just like look okay on paper. And then there's also this death card. So that could give you some kind of support on whether it's like a yes or no kind of moving forward. And again, you know, you guys don't have to listen to me. You just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Maybe he is a bit lacking depth, and then you have a conversation and he shows up differently because I said that and it bothered you, you know? I don't always know. I usually know though. I don't know. I just get a feeling for him that his energy is a little like, you just deserve a bit more vibrancy and a bit more like, I don't know. I just have a feeling like this Brian isn't really the type of person who's going to really open up and be clearly expressing feelings. And so it's just sort of lackluster. You always, you know, want someone who actually is going to be there and show that they care, right? Yeah. Yeah. Any other questions before I head out? I think this might be it. I lost side checks a little while ago because my phone died. So they just had to be put to the side there. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, I really do want the best for everyone here as well. I always want you mostly to focus on what your heart's saying and what you want to do, because people, I mean, I get psychic and intuitive support and advice, and sometimes I don't feel like taking it either. And sometimes it shows me how that's the case, right? Like how it exactly shows up. But it's sometimes still important for us to have our own feelings about things. So hope you enjoyed this, and I enjoyed sitting with everyone today. Feel free to check out all of my links for ways to work with me, and I will be back soon. And I'll schedule a love reading now that I know a lot more people are wanting to ask about that. 'Tis the season. It is winter time. We are getting into spring. We are trying to make preparations. Okay, enjoy the rest of your week, everyone. If you are here for the Business Oracle, then know that it's at the beginning of the live stream. Okay, take care.